Hey guys, this is Andy McCann with CrossFit Garage out here in Woodstock, Georgia, and I have a question from my family. We did a family reunion up in Campocoe for Labor Day weekend, and we got into talking about carnivore and how to eat and how to exercise because, well, that's my thing. And the basic question was, Andy, I hear you're doing this harder carnivore thing called the lion diet. What is that? And once I described it to them, they're like, how can you even work out doing that? So I thought I would bring that to you guys. And the big thing I'd like to, I guess, shout out is if you guys know Dr. Ken Berry, he has a YouTube channel and he is an expert counselor here. Go to his page, his YouTube channel. It's Ken D. Berry, MD. And he goes through all of this stuff. He's huge into carnivore. He actually has interviewed Michaela Peterson. So guys, huge shout out to him. I've been watching all his stuff. My son got hit with a Crohn's diagnosis, so we're doing the lion diet. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, and more importantly, how do you work out with that? Because it is weird and different. And they were maybe not odd. They thought I was an idiot, but we talked about it anyway. Okay, so you're doing this carnivore diet. You're eating a lot of protein and fats, very little carbs. You heard Jack talk about this. Basically, you're going to maybe in ketosis, maybe not. It depends on the level of carbs that you've got. But with this lion diet, it's really just salt, water, and ruminant meat. So deer, cow, bison, elk, things like that, right? So it's a red meat, salt and water. We do add in things as Evan is allowed to or finds that he can. So he eats a lot of coconut. I don't really like coconut, so I can, but I don't. We added in some goat cheese. But anyway, I am working out at doing CrossFit with this diet. So pretty much zero carbs. And they're like, how does it work? Is it even possible? Here's the cool thing. Because I've been doing CrossFit for so long, I know exactly how I perform in different workouts. So we log and track and measure everything. I also work out with the same people all the time. So when they said 3, 2, 1, go, and we do a thing, let's say it was running, pull-ups, and squats, right? That's what we're doing. We have 15 minutes of it. The first minute, I feel pretty good. The second minute, I feel like crap. And what's happening is, and I've gone through this before, when I got off of sugar and bread a long time ago, this happened to me. And the same thing was occurring, except a little bit more dramatic. Basically, your body has to relearn how to burn fuel. And really the only thing I've got is fat, and it just burns differently. Now, the interesting thing was, I could still work out pretty dang close to my workout partners. So, Joe, Mike, and those guys, they weren't going that much faster, stronger, or whatever than me. They're a little bit, but not much. And I could see them right there. I'm like, that's interesting. I feel really weird, but I'm moving okay. And at the end of it, I could look at my time, mark it down, and then track it with something I did before and see that I'm only seconds off or maybe pounds off. So it's not a huge gap. So yes, it does change how you work out, but no, it doesn't really affect it like massively enough to say, you can't do CrossFit or you can't do intensity. So here's the other thing. There's a race we do over here through Warrior Adventure Racing. It's called the Blairsville Extreme. I should have pulled that up, but Blairsville Extreme Adventure Race. It's a 10-hour race in the woods. So this would have been my 4th or 5th week on this lion diet. So basically just proteins and fats. I also brought just proteins and fats for the race. And I was a little concerned. 10 hours in the woods, run, bike, and canoe with a map and a compass. And my teammate does the normal stuff. So he had let some of his conditioning slack. So like, all right, whatever, we'll go out and give it a try. He's not going to be doing great. I'm not going to be doing great. We'll see. Turns out I did have a little bit of issue. I had a little bit of cramping, so I had to make sure I got enough salts and electrolytes. And I did use coffee to kind of pep me back up. But for 2 old guys, we came in first place, and there was more than just one team. So we didn't just beat ourselves. We beat some of the... Now, first place for the old guys, not first place overall. First place for the old guys, so over 50, right? And anyway, my point to you is this. You can work out without carbs. And it blew my cousins away. They're like, I don't think that's true. I'm like, well, I'm doing it. So if you guys are nervous, you're like, yeah, I do this training, I'm not really sure, and I'm going to keep... It has nothing to do with it. Yes, you will feel weird because you're burning a different energy, but you're going to get the same effect from the exercises you're doing. So keep exercising. Give it a try. It's been awesome to see the changes for Evan. I actually enjoy eating this way. But anyway, my big thing for you is give it a shot. You can do it. If you go to the page I'm looking at right here is liondiet.com. You can see Michaela Peterson's, all her experience. It's awesome. If you go to Dr. Ken Berry's YouTube page, you'll see all of his articles. This is great stuff. All right. Something else that I'm going to throw at you. is I finally did do a thing to be online with you guys. So I had some friends say, hey, what about all those guys that leave your gym or other gyms and have a home gym? What do they do? How do they have community? And I was like, well, I'm the type of guy that if I can solve a problem, I try to. I'm an engineer. I like to solve stuff. So I teamed up with a buddy of mine, Brandon Phillips, who was a CrossFit Games competitor and has his own gym down the street from me and does a lot of programming. So we're put together it's called Garage Fitness Online. So I'll give the link to Jack. Jack, if you want to put it in there, if you guys want to become part of our new community that's developing, it's right here. We're going to use some cool tools, have good programming, and I probably should have done this a long time ago for you guys. It didn't really occur to me to actually do what I do, but online. I don't know why. Anyway, it's another case of Jack, you jerk. There's a business just looking me in the face and I'm not even looking at it. We're going to launch this on September 8th. I think that's when the legal and the insurance gets done. I know you always have to have legal and insurance. So if you want to participate, the link will be there. It's called Garage Fitness Online. You can go on Facebook and find our page, or you can go on the internet and find us. Right now, our landing page is actually just off of my normal gyms page. Of course, you can always find me on YouTube at Andy McCann 42, or listen to our podcast. It's called Fitness, Food, and Finances, and it's on all the podcast apps. All right, guys, if you have questions about how to exercise in this diet, don't hesitate to email me. But I promise you, if you listen to Ken Berry, listen to his videos, this stuff's going to work great for you. Take care.